9 million meters.
9 million meters.
9 billion kilometers.
Wow. 9 million meters. 9 million meters. 9 million meters.
Okay. Right, so we're all done now.
Yeah, we
Finish
got
with
our...
your unnatural strengths and your throwing.
We're ready to go.
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm upset, but I'm okay.
everyone loads up with their relative gears that they have acquired, and they will head off. We will head off to bed, ready for in the morning.
Have a sleep.
Big Z.
Morning arises, and you all
I
report
sleep
to the
well
hangar.
with my gun in hand.
The hangar designated on your data slate to meet the interrogator.
All right.
And you'll walk in, and you see the interrogator Cedric, and he's standing by a strangely familiar looking shuttle. It looks familiar, but it's looking a lot less dingy than when you first saw it. In fact, it's all spruced up and got fancy imperial pillars on it. It's been patched up in various places.
Wait, what
Don't we
shuttle?
recognize that shuttle?
Where do we recognize the shuttle
I've
from?
seen that before.
Who wants to try and recognize the shuttle?
I think I know where it's from.
I try and recognize it.
Did Severin perhaps pilot this shuttle?
Give me a scrutiny.
Where?
I don't have a scrutiny trait.
So
I
perception at minus
scrutiny
20. So just 17 for you.
This
All right,
must
I'm
be
gonna-
a difficult thing to recognize.
Yep, very difficult.
Wow.
I'm gonna try it.
Oh,
You
fuck,
know,
that's a
I
shit.
have to roll below a 10.
Hey, was that the one in the warp?
I mean, normally I would have gotten it, but
Nope.
We
I
don't
know-
get any bonuses. I mean, it doesn't count for me.
the worst part is I know what it is,
I
but
thought, is that an orc?
I fucking know what the ship is.
You get a plus 20, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
experience. Yeah, plus
Yeah.
20. Yep, you get it. Yeah, you recognize it's the smuggler's ship.
Oh,
But
the
it's
smuggler
been-
ship.
Yep, but it's been all spruced up.
You rode that for,
Nice.
I
They,
suppose we're on the
they
inside of it.
repurposed it, refitted it to be used for the Inquisition.
I figured they wouldn't just throw it in the garbage.
Hey, that's the smuggler ship we had ridden here on 4 months ago.
Hey, do you think they still might have that plasma gun?
4 months and
They would have to
76
be,
days. That's
would've
more than
moved
4
that.
months. I'm sorry, Severin.
That's, well, I don't know, we walk over to the boy, the man we're meeting.
We're restarting the router.
What a shame.
My internet is very, very.
Dun, 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 dun,
I just realized I got that on my...
dun, dun,
The
dun.
interrogator looks at you all and says, "Very good. You all arrived on time. It's good to see."
Are you McCrumry?
No, I'm Cedric. We spoke yesterday.
Spoke.
Ah, yes, I remember
What
you,
did you say?
Cedric.
Who's McCom?
Who the fuck says speak?
I said spoke. I re-corrected myself.
Inquisitor explodes from lack of rum.
Nah, it's not the Inquisitor.
He shakes his head and he says, "You are to board this shovel. It'll take you down."
Shovel?
Shuttle.
You
Continue.
said shovel.
It's shuttle. Leave me alone.
I'll be right back.
No.
It's the Hell Hogs. The Hell Dogs that morphing again.
Morph.
Barf, barf, barf. Barf, barf.
Morphy.
Orf. Concussive weapons strike with a powerful impact, strong enough to temporarily knock a foe senseless. When a target is struck by a concussive weapon, he must take a toughness test with a penalty equal to 10 times the number in parentheses X.
Or is this your stun grenade?
For example, a weapon with concussive 2 would impose a minus 20 on this target toughness test, and a concussive 0 would cause a test with no penalty. If he fails, the target is stunned for 1 round per degree of failure. If the attack also inflicted an amount of damage greater than the target's S bonus, the target is knocked prone.
Wait, this is your stun grenade, right?
Yeah.
So the stun grenade he has, Cameron, can he throw those stun grenades, or are they only launch?
Fun.
I can throw. I have 10.
He has 10 of those stun grenades, but are they specifically for the grenade launch, or are they just general?
He has 10 that to be loaded in the launcher, and he has 5 not regular ones.
Oh, 5.
Okay, so 5 regular ones and 10 launch.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so close. The mission's about to get started. Harry, stop jerking off.
I'm not jerking off.
Oh, rude.
Okay.
What's the trait defensive?
Jesus.
It adds.
Oh, it gives me like
adds,
plus 20 to parry or something.
It gives you plus 15 to parry, but minus 10 attack.
To what? An attack roll?
Yeah, using.
Damn it! I just want to get started.
Wait, what do you mean using the shield? Like when it's equipped or when it's a
No,
ready?
no. If you just choose to use the shield to hit, if you have Gulag and the shield, and you choose to smack the shield with something,
It's
you
minus
get
10.
Minus 10. Yeah,
Oh, but if I choose to hit with Gulag, it's normal.
it's normal. Yeah, you get your normal plus 10. But if you parry with the shield, you get plus 15. But Gulag already gives you 15 to parry with.
Yeah, so I've got 30 to parry.
No, it doesn't stack. You parry with Gulag or the shield. But the shield gives you the extra 3 armor to those patients.
Oh, okay.
Gulag is balanced and it has custom grip. So balance is plus 10 to parry, and custom grip is plus 5 to all weapon skill rolls.
Okay. Okay. I did the
Understand.
same thing as what
So you get
did,
plus 15 on a standard attack with Gulag.
to get my weight. I've also
That's
done a
still
little
pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice
shield's
little
good.
thing.
What's that?
Basically,
I
I'm
also
just
did the thing which adds up all my weight.
Nice.
Happy man. Like how they're like, no explosives. Rude.
Yeah, I wanted a crack missile.
I want.
Yeah, why can't we have
ask-
missile launchers?
Yeah.
Fucking
Hey, he's back. Okay.
everyone's
So-
back.
The interrogator then says to you all, good that you've all arrived on time. You are to take this shuttle down to, there's a pilot already inside waiting. He knows the destination. Already to Redoutix Delta. And upon landing the pad, you are to head to the address stated on your data slate that you were given, which is got 2 addresses on it. One is of the the local enforcer station in which your liaison is stated, and the other is the HAB block unit that has been set aside for you to live in. Is there any last minute questions?
Any
Using
leads?
more looks.
What does McCrumry look like?
He's a lieutenant of the enforcer, so he'll probably be wearing an enforcer's uniform, and he'll have
Are
a
you wearing
lieutenant
an
symbol in it.
Uniform if he's a defector.
Just when you head to the station that's specified on there, just press for. They've already been informed. They know you're coming.
Okay.
I don't have any questions. Pretty
All
straight.
right, file onto the ship.
And why isn't Gulag in Roll20?
I'm in. Because I'm fucking not connected to the internet.
Oh,
But I can hear you.
Yeah, he's using
yeah,
his
it's
phone.
Discord. Well, we're not looking at anything at the moment. It should be okay.
So you
Your
hop onto the
connection
ship
to
and you
server.
fly Intradeltic deltas. And parts of, as you fly, you see the Gothic spires of a Hive City poke through the clouds of
What
pollution.
ass? I'm sorry, it's kind of came out.
Radford feels a bit at home
Retarded.
from his own home world. Some areas are more heavily polluted than others.
As homely as scum
might be
feels.
located. And the shuttle lands on a nearby landing pad where there are other shuttles coming and going. And it doesn't seem you need to be going through sort of customs or anything. You seem to just gone onto a port where other trade shuttles land. You seem to fit right in. And the pilot says, asks you to all file out of the shuttle. I'm assuming you do so.
Aye.
Perhaps.
We shuffle out of the shuttle.
Load. No, we'll get out.
Shuttle out of the shuttle.
I shuttle.
And then the shuttle starts up again and flies off. He was obviously
I can smell
on
the crime from here. The scum.
a strict time frame. So at the moment you're on a landing platform with a few other shuttles landing and taking off, and there's a large building it's with a pathway walking towards it, full of Gothic architecture and the like, very reminiscent of Hive City. Yeah.
And no.
Here you are, in the middle of a new planet.
A new place to ruin.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, let's go to the
All right.
station.
Let's go in.
Let's
Hopefully we
find
can
McCrummery.
No, let's see if we can find someone who can point us towards the local enforcer station, Radford.
Let's kill him.
Shut up, Gulag.
Brad, why
Alright,
don't you
let's go
become
find
leader
this.
for this expedition?
What?
I think Brad being the actual leader and doing everything for this expedition is the way to go.
Insane.
Yeah. No, Brad, like, in general.
Oh, in
It
general.
was a character telling Gulag to shut up and...
No, it's nothing to do with that.
You want me to use my protagonist syndrome, don't you?
I absolutely want to see how you function as a protagonist.
I'm
good.
really confused. What do you mean protagonist?
Oh
it's
no.
person has to
Harry's,
do
No,
everything.
actually,
Harry's inspired. No, stop.
No, stop with
That has to stop. Yeah. Okay. Let's just get out of here. Don't
Back
worry.
to the
Don't
RP.
think. Erase it
Golak
from
is
your
not
mind.
it's not a
Erase it from your mind
antagonist.
before Harry gets fucking life syndrome. Let's go.
No,
Alright,
Golak
I
is
try
not
and find an
protagonist. I don't
information
wanna be
terminal to point us
protagonist.
towards the enforcer station.
You don't really there's no big info terminal with
Or
irony.
something that can give us information.
There's plenty of clergy desks around that be talking about shipping information and stuff with other people. Probably ask them. There's also plenty of random passerbys walking as the place is absolutely crowded. People walking around, all sorts of shapes and sizes and different augmentations and stuff. Moving.
Are there
left
any
and right.
other Arbites that I can see?
You don't see any Arbites, no. This is just
except for-
they do seem to be
Except for
giving you a
me.
bit of a berth because of there's a
But I'm very
person
small.
wearing full Arbites armor and there's a person wearing full power armor, as well as someone holding a shield with the big symbol of the Inquisition.
On his
Gulag
back.
give
It's like a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, they're giving you a bit of a wide berth, so you don't have any issue walking through the crowd. You're getting a few glances every now and then, but no one's paying too much heed.
I
A few whispers, but that's about it. No one seems to be paying any attention to Severin or Zane.
Good.
Because Irissa, Gulag, and Radford are kind of taking the spotlight, especially Irissa.
But I'm very
Yeah,
small.
you guys stand out.
Yeah.
I'm 5'9". Oh, wait a second.
I'm the only
People are
normal
short,
person.
angry
here.
Arbite.
No, I'm 1.7. Yeah.
I'm the only semi-normal looking
Zane
person.
wearing a khaki-colored gas mask. Plenty of people wearing all and stuff on their faces.
I have a pilot helmet. I'm at
all
home.
specs, and no one pays attention. Severin is wearing a colourful looking cloak, but it's nothing too special.
Colourful looking.
And his beard is just it's pretty
Okay.
magnificent, but you know, it's
Oh yeah,
people,
by the way,
there might be a
Gulag
few
has,
looks and
has a bit of a
comments
beard
making that
going on.
Zane has a very magnificent beard a bit.
A child walked up to him, "Are you my dad?"
He just turns from
He just-
boy. leave me
Boy.
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 Boy, I hope they make a Hallmark card for burn victims because
What do
you're
you
about
mean,
to get
boy?
Zane reaches into his cloak and pulls out a bow and hands it to the boy. And
Shoot
forget
that
the
deer,
knife.
boy.
Don't forget the small knife.
no, he hasn't get the knife yet.
Shoot that orc,
No, his
boy.
mother gives him the knife.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but Zane wouldn't.
That's true.
Shoot that orc,
Unless
boy.
you are Zane's wife.
Zane is sworn to.
So, yeah. There you are in the middle of a huge crowd of people
Use your.
inside this big building.
We should walk up to one of these. We should walk
I
up to
defer.
the
I
desk.
defer to the wisdom of Conrad. No. Definitely not the wisdom of Conrad, but the wisdom of Radford.
The wisdom of
Radford walks
Gulag.
up. You see a woman there with memory coils in the back of her head. She's busy writing something, talking to the person next to her.
Excuse
in
me.
the desk. She looks up and then widens her eyes and says, "Yes, officer."
Could you
How can I
point
help
us
you?
into the direction of the nearest Arbites outpost?
Arbites out.
I think he
Surely you
means
know.
an enforcer station.
Yes.
We're not from this planet.
Oh, the enforcers. Yes. Just this way. And she points.
They're
just
all the
down
same.
And it's just through
We
that
stop the
hall.
law. Oh, we enforce the law.
Quiet, Radford. She's trying to
Just
tell
go
us.
go down that hall. Take a left past the bathrooms and go down 3 floors. Go down 3 levels and then head out onto the street and take the street down a few left. She basically tells you the paths. It's a few levels lower than you currently are in the Hive City, but
Wait.
it shouldn't be too hard getting there.
What's the quickest way down?
Thank you very much.
Jump
way
off
I-
the
the
cliff
way I
and
said.
slump.
The elevator. Agreed. Boris, let's go.
Boris isn't active yet.
Damn it.
You haven't activated him.
Oh, by the way,
Boris in the
Oh,
crowd.
I didn't ask for how to control this my servo skull.
No,
I'll have to find out.
how to control it.
I do.
Oh,
it.
by
Drawing
the
of
way,
this,
Don't worry.
this
Cameron?
team right now to see
Yes?
how much they
I'm wearing
stand
a
out.
shield on my back like a turtle shell.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
He is Master Roshi. Always bent over.
Yeah, that's what I was going for, Master Roach. I've got like a big white beard.
Yeah. Okay, let's move.
Look has a stubble.
Let's find McCrumry.
Give me who's leading the way.
I'm leading because I'm the
Well,
leader.
You are not the leader.
Move on.
I'm not
Well, I'm
trying
leading.
to lead.
Well, I guess
No, it's not me.
I went to the desk,
I
so
I
I
was-
moved first, I guess.
I want Radford to lead.
Gulag
I've
is a
deferred to his
muscle.
judgment.
Muscle is always the bronze
No.
over brain.
Okay, I'm leading.
I'm
Give me a navigate test.
Yes.
That's intelligence. No, it's perception. That's fair.
Wait, I get a bonus because I got navigate trained.
No, you got it.
Known plus 10.
No, known is nothing. Known means you get no negative.
Does he get any
Trained is plus
bonuses for
What a shame, we're
being told
lost.
the way to go?
I'd say, well, it is a hive city, so you get a plus 10 for being a hive city.
He could use clues from the crowd to see if someone else knows a
I
better
get
way.
a plus 5.
Who's from the cloud? Where's his?
Trust in your
It,
fear.
I should have reroll tests made to get information from a group.
He doesn't have clues. He doesn't have clues from the crowd.
He's a sage, isn't he?
But she's told us
No,
to
it's a
where it's
seeker.
gone.
Oh, well, I'm a sage. I could do it.
Go ahead.
All right. What
What
kind
are
of
you
role
trying-
is that?
What are you trying to do?
Gather information from the crowd on the fastest way to get there. Just like you know, people's general idea.
That'll be and then you're just asking people.
Yeah. Well,
You mean
I could
Alright.
sort of demand the information. I could
how?
So
you
can
going-
I. I got an interrogation kit.
interrogate the information from them.
You've got an
Alright.
interrogation.
Give me an
Why don't we-
interrogation roll.
Spark plugs. on
I'm
a
trained
battery.
in interrogation, boys. Here we go.
Hell yeah.
I only have known interrogation. What a shame. I can slap
Basically-
somebody. Oi!
Radford's leading the way, takes you down the levels of 5, and he takes you out onto one of the roads. Look down, you can see it goes fair down. You're not even you're not in the upper hive. You're just at like the top of the midsection of the hive. So if you go just up one more level, you'll be in the upper hive. And you. So it's not looking that as dreary where you are. There's still plenty of sunlight, plenty of light, and it is relatively clean here. And Radford takes you through 2 turns and takes a wrong turn and backtracks and gets a bit confused. And Arissa gets a bit frustrated at this and literally walks over to a small squat little man who's attempting to unwrap some kind of food item that he has. And it frightens the living hell out of him. She
Terrifying
asks,
everyone we approach.
Shirt front.
demands as she demands, this person in full Sorita's power armor demands where the enforcers are, and he quickly babbles out some more precise directions. And Radford realizes that he made one wrong turn, and when he backtracked, he got lost.
Of course, it's through the shop,
So,
not past
It
the
was
shop.
only the next street over. You
Ah,
walk over and you can see the enforcers' headquarters. Across the street.
Gulag leads the way.
let's move.
Gulag walks straight in, and there's a secretary sitting at the desk, and then looks up and looks surprised at this large man with a big sword and shield on his back. Kicks the door open.
Kicks the door open with authority.
Yes, with authority.
In Spanish.
She stammers and she's like, "Can I help you?
Yes.
How can I help?"
The
She
rest of us just
I
walk
can-
in slowly.
We're looking for
looks
a
a bit
man.
more surprised when she sees the Arbeiter.
We're looking for a man.
Are you here to report a missing persons?
No.
We're looking
know
for
where
the
they are.
lieutenant of the station.
We're looking for the lieutenant.
McCromry! We're looking for McCromry!
You heard the man?
uh,
Where is
Yes.
McCrombie?
Yes, officer. I'll contact him now.
I'm loving this
Get that
attempt
man.
The attempt by Gulag to
We
leave.
need to communicate with him.
This stealth
She
mission
picks
is just
up-
like us walking in, just being
She-
all authoritative.
She
fucking
picks
intimidating.
up a
But it's
handset.
like, where is she?
She picks up a handset on the desk and she says, Lieutenant, yes. There's some interesting people here. There's a group of 5. Yes, there's an Arbite here. The Inquisition. I'll send them right up. And she says, right this way. And she directs you to an elevator.
I keep forgetting we're part of the Inquisition. Damn it. We've been there for 4 months. How could
And
I forget?
she says, level
Should have just said
level
that.
3.
Just
Level
fucking start
3.
yelling
His
at him.
office. And she says, level 3. His office is right across from the elevator.
Severin is face palming.
So what
Gulag
did she-
leads the way up to the elevator to level 3. He
Let's walk, let's
authoritatively
move.
presses the level 3 button.
Everyone clanks in.
Clank, clank, clank.
Erisa clangs up
I also
behind.
pressed the level 3 button.
Arissa, you have to take the fire
Severin-
escape. You're too big.
Severin and Zane sheepishly walk behind them, just kind of embarrassed what's going on.
Why are we with these people, Zane?
I don't know, Severin, just smile and
This
wave.
is an investigation
Just
mission, and
smile and
everyone's in
wave.
power armor and wearing shields with the inquisitorial symbols on them.
Just be thankful we're the normal looking ones.
Says the guy in a
Severin,
fucking pilot
if-
helmet and a
Severin,
bearded,
if you want to fucking try taking this armor off,
axe-wielding man.
yeah.
Whoever
The only way
actually-
it could be more fused to my body is if chaos took over me.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Your mind
So,
if
Does the elevator even
you
move
hit it,
with
you
power
hear
over
a
it?
ding, and the elevator door opens, and you see a hallway. There's lots of other people wearing the enforcer uniforms. They're kind of turning heads as they're walking backwards and forth, talking and carrying papers and stuff. And you can see the door open with a bronze plaque on it. It says Lieutenant McCromery.
There,
Gulag kicks the
McCromery.
door open. With authority.
So much authoritarian angriness, Harrison.
Yeah.
I'm sick of being pushed around.
Do you open the door?
Yes, I open the door
Kicked
with
it open.
authority. Yeah, I kick open the door.
Kick open the door, and you enter the office.
Spin kicks it.
Yes.
Boom.
With the big boot of authority.
Ooh.
Big boot of
The door
mean.
says, "Oh!"
Ow! That hurt!
You see a relatively and with a
A
slightly
relatively
bald,
what?
relatively young look like he's in his mid, and he's slightly balding, but he's kind of, and he's wearing the blue enforcer uniform, and he's sitting back with his hands behind his head and his feet up on top of the desk, leaning back in a very comfy looking desk chair. And he doesn't seem all that surprised or shocked when he sees Gulag burst into the room. He just kind of
now
looks
he's
up
aware.
at you and says,
Here we come.
"So you're from the Inquisition?"
If you couldn't
Yes.
tell by his, if you couldn't tell by the giant shield, yes.
If you couldn't tell by my giant shield.
My big
And he
muscle.
says, "I didn't know the Inquisition was in one for flashy entrances." Anyway,
He's a rather flashy man. Hello, Lieutenant Cromry.
Well, I'm fabulous, bitch.
well, hello, Officer Red Sox. Heard a lot of read your
You're
file. I've heard a lot
They're
about
the
you.
fucking Red Sox. I keep forgetting.
As to you, your name has come up many times during our mission.
It has.
I've
He looks a
thought
bit
you were many
confused for a
people,
second.
but as finally we have found you.
He looks.
What is your voice? Like,
It sounded a bit like Optimus Prime for a second
his
there.
smile,
I
his
was
smile,
like, finally we have found
The
you.
boy with the key.
his smile
old
fades,
spark.
and he just has a very
We
puzzled
found
look
it.
on his face. And he
Megatron!
said-
Sorry.
His smile fades, and he has a very puzzled look on his face, and he says, "By which do you mean?"
It doesn't matter. At least we found you now.
Yes, I was told I'm to be your liaison. I worked with Inquisitorial, Inquisition types before.
Good. Apparently you have the mission details for us as well.
I know what your mission is. I was told that you already know what your mission is. I'm just here to act as a liaison and provide any information or leads that you need.
What
Just-
lead do you currently have?
Yes.
Just before that, can we play the game where we all tell Cameron that he got his background from a certain place, and this one's from Deus Ex?
I know.
Yeah,
I already
I
know. I already realized it was from Deus Ex, and then
Wait, how's this
What
from
made
Deus
you
Ex?
realize?
Uh,
Oddly enough,
I
it wasn't.
cropped out the watermark that said Deus Ex, and I also saw like the style, and like it reminds me.
Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely.
to
It's
me-
also
for
the
me, it
giant
was-
limb clinic.
Yeah, that
researched
was
by
that was
Mol.
what did it for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that would.
The which one?
The
Limb
limb
clinic.
siege
It's
by-
not an actual representation. It's
Oh,
just
limb.
No, I know, but I like doing this, Cameron. All of them so far have been from different video games.
it's where they get the best concept art from.
It's true.
True. It's
That's
true.
right.
Apparently, yeah, Deus Ex is quite a very in
Artsy game.
its design. Yeah, very artsy, very yellow.
So anyway, what did you
Yellow.
say, Zane?
It's yellow and black. That's its
Do
theme.
you have
Yeah.
what are your
And
current
greens.
leads?
That's a very broad question, my friend. My bearded friend, he says.
Do
It's
you
a
have any
fake
information
beard.
on these 3 gangs?
I see that you're not really. See, that's a question. That's a much more precise question.
Yes, my friend here is more used to this line of work.
Yes, being an Arbite.
Zane, can you
Well, I must say-
list the gangs, please?
Okay, the gangs we are
You don't
here
need to. You don't need to list the gangs. Everyone in the whole of Redaltrix Delta knows
Of course. But
the
isn't there
3
many gangs
gangs.
in this area? Or is it only the
Many.
3?
about only the 3 of note that are noteworthy. Any other
Wow.
gang either gets absorbed.
Interesting.
3.
We had 7 to 10 gangs back in my hive world.
Back in
yes.
my hive, we had to walk 12 ways up the street to get to school to get mugged by a gang.
We
Which
all
was
got
run
shot
by
by
a
las
gang.
pistols back in my hive world.
Our school was run by a gang.
And we all got
Gang
phobias for
run
action.
by a school.
Back in my hive world,
Well-
my gang was a school.
I'm not here to compare gangs. However may terrifying yours me, ours are equally pain to deal with, for they tend to be behind a lot of things, and when we try to try to catch them,
Gang.
when we try to catch them, suddenly some of our sponsors or donors to this facility are cut short, or sometimes things get confiscated by authorities that we didn't even know existed when we try to do a thing on a move on one gang. So we've kind of set it at a bit of a stalemate at this point.
Sorry, I
Bit
was
of
just a bit
a peace.
confronted
Let
by the
them-
lack of gangs, the shortage of gangs.
we-
so I was just a bit confused.
We let them have their turf and their turf
Fuck
wars,
off.
and in return we get our turf, our safe spaces, as we like to say, call them.
Yes,
Don't
agreed. Safe
Cameron, please.
spaces.
So in these
Wrong with that?
in these zones of safety, we're able to do our enforcer general work as peacekeepers without hindrance or meddlements to a certain degree by the 3 gangs. So you said leads on the gangs. Well, when it comes to leads, in finding them, it's not that difficult. You just have to go onto their turf and rustle the right feathers, and they'll find you. But
Yes.
I believe you mean to say what kind of information about the gangs.
Yes.
Well, which one would you like me to start with?
Tell us about the gangs.
Are they all color coded?
Yeah, do they have any
Tell us
distinguishing?
about the twice
Yeah,
cuts.
Why,
Are they
yes.
all color coded?
Why, color-coded, not more so much. They all adhere to a certain decor.
Good.
What is their
For
decor?
example, the stew the
The
2
stew.
cuts. They also have a favored type of assaults and how they like to commit crimes, or how they like to act revenge or assassinate or hit places. They're all pretty unique. We can generally tell which gang hit what place by looking at the aftermath given to the kind of style that they employ, their tactics. So
Do they leave the
The-
taps running?
no, they don't leave the tap running.
They're not that
Not from my report.
Did they leave
There
their
was
refrigerator?
a report about a certain incident in Hab Block 37
And wet
on
bandit.
Sector 8, which managed to flood the entire Hab.
I'll note that down.
Proceeds
but we
typing
don't
on the
believe that
fucking
was-
desk.
You see, this is what I mean by doing our own. As you know, we have to deal with the goings of 3 gangs on top of regular shit you have to deal with in our Hive world. It's such a ridiculous city. Anyway, yeah. Who do you want to know about first? We literally have
Twice cuts.
endless amounts of files. Twice cuts? Well, they're a bad example to start with. They tend to be the most and
2 hands?
shady of the group. Well, the 2 hands, well, you can see them out since they all tend to wear either beige or some kind of beige or grey coloured trench coats, often armoured, and they like to deal with highly modified las weaponry. They also managed to get their hands on a few graviton weapons, which is surprising and is real threatening when they bring out those kind of guns. And you'll tend to know when they've hit a place because it'll be pocketed with evidence of las fire. And the bodies they tend to leave behind aren't usually not as mangled as the other ones. They just have a few precise las shots. They're very efficient. Yeah, the 2 hands. They make our jobs a bit easier in that sense. There's not as big a mess we have to clean up, but they're ruthless nonetheless.
I don't know.
So yeah, watch out if you see any people with trench coats. Wouldn't tussle. When you see a few of them, there's often a whole nother group just
Are any of
a
these
few calls away.
any of these groups proficient in melee combat?
That would be the twice cuts. Though
Tell me about
the two stripe, the twice
Twin stripes.
Right, the twin stripes aren't.
Why are they all 2?
Aren't
What the
afraid. That's the theme.
2
I'm
hands,
afraid.
twin cuts, twice stripes.
The deer reason.
Cameron,
It's just
Cameron,
a coincidence.
I don't mean to be like
That is amazing.
throwing
though.
shade at you,
I like it.
but you kind of sound like you're having a stroke right now.
Good.
Good.
They're actually
The
quite funny.
twin stripes aren't afraid to sully their hands in melee, but they're much more imprecise twice cuts. They tend to use all sorts of strange, exotic edged weapons. The ones we recovered, they're not of Xenos found. They're just strangely shaped and very wicked, razor sharp edges. They also, the bodies they leave tend to have a lot of scratch marks on them, as they're a bit weird. They like to sharpen their nails and like weld sharp points of metal to them to act like claws. They're a very weird bunch, and you can tell what they are, where they are, because they tend to be wearing all black cloak, completely draped, covering their entire body with long sleeves,
Like
which they
Jack
conceal-
the Ripper.
conceal their various weapons. When it comes to ranged weaponry, they tend to only carry small sidearms. They're very good at concealing strikingly large and vicious-looking melee weapons. They've also been known to use acid against their foes as a deterrent.
Acid.
Yeah, they spray. Yeah, some of the bodies we found have found acid burns. They also wear these strange, almost creepy-looking white masks with black streaks, almost to indicate tears or something. They're a very strange lot. We know, out of all the gangs, we know the because they tend to be the most secret. While the twin stripes, boy, they like to be vocal. They're the most loud, and whenever they try to do a hit, always the most loud and
Bold and brash.
savage show, and they just try to pepper the place with superior firepower. They're known to use a lot of solid projectile weaponry and just blast shit to hell. So they also favor pretty improvised blunt melee weaponry. A lot of bodies that were recovered are peppered with autogun fire and bones broken by large med pipes, bats, and the like. Also been known to dabble in tend to steal servitors and rig them with all sorts of strange shit. I tell you, there was one place where one of their things went rogue in a shopping strip. God, we were cleaning the bodies for weeks. Anyhow, they you can identify them as they tend to black clad, almost navy black clad like exercise jackets and leather jackets with 2 white stripes going down the arms. That's about it. That's at least the most normal clothing. Got trench coats and stripes. But I tell you, if you see someone wearing a stripe, don't go up and tussle with them, because you turn around the corner and suddenly you've got 7 auto guns pointed at you. They're not
won't be a problem.
Besides the twice cuts, the main gangs are not afraid of just walking around publicly, and rightly so.
Fair enough.
So, what else can I help you with? Leads. So that's basically the basic info on gangs. If you have any other specific questions about them.
So about these missing people.
Ah, yes. He says, look, it's not just you inquisitor, like important people of the Inquisition. It's also other important governors or rising political candidates that also, or head ministers of different agencies. Hell, the chief enforcer of the sector just next to us got taken out. We think it was we have reason to believe it was the 2 hands that took him out, since they have a very significantly large turf within his sector. But his body wasn't recovered; he just disappeared. But that was about 2 months ago.
Do you know that he's dead or just disappeared?
It's pretty safe that he's dead.
We think he's dead.
Did you check for fingerprints?
Did you
Yes.
check for footprints?
Good.
Of course, please.
What
I'm
about
pretty sure the
footprints
sex
on
over
the
there.
Dumb
ceiling?
questions.
They found what they do. You see, some of these disappearances have a correlation to what we call it the brain basher. It's a serial killer that's been going
Bashing
around
brains?
recently. It's a bit of a strange situation, and we're not really sure how to handle it. We're doing our best, and it's also, there's another thing I should mention, but let me finish. The brain basher, bit of a notorious serial killer. It's appeared. The first incident was about 4 or 5 months ago, and he's had about 12 hits within the 5 months, and we know it's him or her, as most likely him, given the viciousness of the attacks. The brain basher, we call
That
the
is
brain basher.
sex.
That is super sexist.
The brain basher.
Women can be vicious serial killers.
I could crush your head.
I'm not here. Look, I'm sorry, sister, but I'm not here to. Okay, fine. I take that back. All right. It could be either. And he just puts his hand up in like a weak surrender, and he says,
No, don't draw on my face.
"On your face."
No, I'm doing a thing
Oh.
and someone's drawing on
God
it.
damn it.
Whoever's doing that, actually stop.
I'm not.
And he says,
I'm not.
No, it's not me.
the thing with the brain basher is that
Still
for
upset.
every hit that he's made, he only leaves one thing, 2 things behind. There's no bodies, no fingerprints. There's definitely plenty of signs of struggle, but there's always a lot of blood in one small location and evidence of brain matter.
So you think it's
Yeah.
What type of
What is
brain
interesting-
matter?
Although one might say that targets could correlate, as definitely some of them have been like high-ranking officials or even some agents that have been hit by the brain basher. There's also at least six of the 12 attempts have just been on ordinary Imperial citizens just doing their honest work in the name of the Emperor.
Maybe they're just trying to.
Yeah, there's no pattern. You could say there's a pattern as half of the other half, which is interesting.
That is
But
interesting.
these disappearances, the number of disappearances outnumber the case of brain basher.
Hmm. Can you tell us anything about the latest victim?
The latest victim?
Wait a second, do you think there's more
The brain
brain
basher.
bashers than just the one brain basher?
Well, there was this report, latest as in fresh, off the grinder.
The most recent kill that has confirmed to be
Wait,
the brain.
Can I say
Well,
something out
Just
of character, by the way, just for a second?
yes,
I rate this like fucking true crime storyline. Pretty cool. Good job.
as
Sorry.
I remember lost my train of thought. He's like, well, just this morning, there was a report within ours, just on the edge of our sector. It is within our sector, but it's just out of our safe space. Two reports, I might say, that happened at the same time, both claiming from the landlords of the Hab blocks that it was the brain basher. But looking at these times, they happened at the same time.
A setup.
There's a report over in Hab block SQ38 on the 189th floor. Apparently there's a witness statement that they saw a large figure move into the room and a muffled scream, and the landlord said that there's a lot of blood in the room. And the other one across the other side of our sector, also out of our safe zone, is there was a report of inside the hub block that there was a lot of screaming and shouting and squeals of terror, and the owner finds 2 bodies in the apartment. However, reason why we haven't responded to these calls now, like, just trying to do our jobs here, but you haven't quite understand the delicate situation with gangs. Is that both of these locations, the first one is within the Twin Stripes turf, and the second one's within the Two Hands turf. So if we all rock up in uniform and start investigating and doing duty as we should, it's probably going to ruffle a few feathers, and we don't exactly a street war, especially so early in the morning. However, perhaps some agents of the Inquisition could maybe give us a hand in this. Surely you're trained in such ways.
Some of us more than others, most certainly. Gestures to
What?
Redford.
I'm trained in art.
In like investigating stuff. So, if you download the information of these
Gulag was just trained as a.
to the starter slate here,
I didn't mean.
I have scrutiny.
He takes the data slate and he's
just Dan will start investigating.
Who's copying my idea?
What?
Nothing. Don't worry.
God damn it. Well, he starts doing it, and this as well.
Sorry.
I also should mention that the presence of the notoriety of the gangs has caused a few Arbeit. Well, I say a few, but a large, if relatively significant Arbite force to start patrolling, doing their galactic duty and such. Though we did manage to prevent them from bringing in heavy armor, as we don't want them blowing the streets to hell. But they do have a fair number of infantry forces on the ground, and so far they're failing spectacularly, as all they're doing causing the temporarily alliances to be made against the Arbites, and a lot of dead Arbites. Let me just tell you that, as the Arbites don't really have any experience in how to have the gangs operate, and they think they can just charge in and condemn them with the law like they normally do. Make short, no offense, he says to Redford, but they don't really understand. They don't listen to us as to how the gangs fight, and the reason why they are fighting a losing battle, essentially.
Well, don't you
Well, if
worry.
they're fighting a
Enforcer
losing battle,
Crumry.
pretty
This
wasted.
our body won't be dying anytime soon.
Well,
Well, if they're drawing forces to some sort of front line, that could make it easier for us to get in behind. Perhaps.
we'll have to figure out which one.
Use
to
them as a
investigate
distraction.
first.
Are you saying to use my Arbites comrades as distractions?
They're already doing that.
Yeah, being a good distract. Well, I wouldn't say in distraction, like lighting. It's more like they lit the fire and then are bringing more and more fuel to it.
That sounds like
When
them.
we're here with a little sprinkler trying to put it out,
We'll be your
and they're just
sprinklers,
dumping more
McCrumry.
fuel.
All right. Well, with this
They're more
information
like
in
a thing
hand,
that prevents someone from concentrating on something else.
Yes, they seem to be creating a lot more problems than solving, as the gangs tend to have a lot of power and influence in certain areas.
We're just gonna have to influence them otherwise.
Whoa.
How do you suggest you do that?
I recommend that we sneak into their operations and we get them out from the inside out.
What, the Arbites?
No, us. Go in there, into the gangs, and we find out what we can do in there.
how about we
Well,
investigate these brain
You
bashers?
see,
things
that's
first?
what I'm saying, is that you have to be careful of Arbites, as we have done that put many of undercover off there.
And we will talk to these Arbites.
Only to be killed to Arbites, as Arbites tend to shoot first and shoot again.
Well, that's the usual code of ethics if someone goes by the Emperor, but this time we'll have a chat with them and see what we can
Sometimes
do.
you need a bit of subterfuge, but no, let's keep killing enforcers. They're the only trying to targets to lure out the gangs.
I will talk to these Arbites, Lieutenant. I'm also an Arbites, and I know what they are thinking. All they are thinking about is upholding the law against the Emperor. And that is exactly what they are doing. So I'm going to go in there and tell them otherwise, because we might have a problem. Because killing innocent enforcers might be an issue.
You're part of the Inquisition, so you have a bit more, possibly a bit more authority. Were
Also
once
an
part
Arbites.
of their organization, so perhaps you can talk to them. Maybe you're high-ranking. I read your file.
Agreed.
You are cutting out a bit, by the way.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do we want to cut it after this debriefing? As Cameron's internet seems to be crying out.
No,
Is it only
should be
here?
fine.
So much.
It should be fine. It might be because I'm like moving my head back,
Maybe.
trying to. Let me
Maybe
move this.
maybe the
There we
the lower bound of your microphone is
Go
too
go
high.
to your voice and change your
too
your
high.
thing so it's voice
That
activated.
could be it, yeah.
like, good.
It is
Yeah,
voice
change it.
activated.
Or like change your microphone setting, like the setting on that to pick it up when it's quieter.
Yeah, input sensitivity.
Where's that?
Yeah.
In voice. Change it, like turn it off input sensitivity and just leave it on like
It's
the
in
lowest it can
user settings, voice and video,
Oh, in
go.
Discord.
In Discord.
User settings.
input
voice,
sensitivity.
I'm probably gonna be
Voice
gone
and
half an hour
video.
with the kid, so-
Input sense. So I don't want to automatically
Yeah. And there's drop to
Like,
the lowest.
crank it up to the lowest. How's that?
We'll drop it lower. Well, we'll see when you go.
Okay.
So pretty much that'll stop it cutting, potentially.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. If it works, then cool. If it doesn't, then oh well.
It'll pick up my fish tank even better.
That's right.
Pick up your fish tank.
Fish tank
Your
is off.
fishies. Fishy fish.
So there's a few options. We can go investigate the brain basher. Or we can go investigate the gangs.
What is?
Yes.
Well,
Alright.
we have these two reports that are both claiming to be the brain brasher. One is within the two hands turf, and one is within the twin stripes.
So either way, we have to go.
The twin stripes one was a report of no body and just a lot of blood, a missing person, and the other one is a report of 2 bodies and a lot of blood.
Well, body seems like a good idea.
Well,
That's
from
the
what
two
you
hands.
Why
the
don't we-
one with the 2
Okay,
bodies
why don't we
is
split
not.
up and look for clues?
Let's investigate the other one.
Zane,
Investigate
you're
the
with
two
me.
hands.
Seven,
What
like
were
it.
the two- what were the two
Seven
hands
of this
again?
and Gulab. You take the
They're
corridor.
the trench coat guys who use
Las gun.
high precision las weapons.
Don't be too spooked, Redford.
Don't worry.
You're a real man.
I'll shoot them before they can shoot me.
It's always a good idea.
Zane, I need to talk to you for a second in private.
Okay.
We shuffle away.
Shuffle.
Zane,
No, they shuffle. Well, I mean, if you wanted to go into like a different chat, maybe. If you really want to be secret.
It's not
Who
really-
wants to say something?
Well, like Redford, Zane are whispering to each other.
Right, what are you saying?
Are you trying to conceal this from me as well?
Yes.
Well, then yeah, move them into the other.
Actually, it
channel.
won't be as funny if we move, so I'll just say
Just say it.
Just say it. I'll
Zane.
pretend I'll- Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
As I said before, I was not exactly listening to the original conversation with the Inquisitor because I
facepalm.
was distracted. Why are we here?
We are here to investigate a number of...
Usually I just shoot
tutorial-
things, but I'm a bit confused with the amount of words that are
Radford,
involved.
Be
Yes,
quiet.
agreed.
We are here to investigate a number of missing inquisitorial officials, as well as several high-ranking government officials. And we have 3 gangs to investigate. This nice man at the desk over there has just got 2 leads.
Ah, I thought we'll see the Mr.
He
McFormery
says-
over there.
He says,
McFormery.
I tell you, he's not even fucking whispering.
Shush!
Just
Enforcer scum. You dog my boys. Oh, I see. See, when he said 3 gangs, I got excited because that's usually I just take down the gang. But I
Radford,
guess we are here to find
just
these
find
missing
out.
people.
the hab block in which we're staying, and then
Yes.
choose which one to investigate first.
Agreed. Okay, let's return. I understand. I'm on the same data pad or page. Haha.
Let's go already.
Was that a good joke, Zane?
I just ignore him and walk.
Agreed. We're back, McCronry.
Just moved like 3 meters away and whispered to each other, and then said, "We're back."
Well, I heard half of the conversation.
What do you mean, McCronry? You didn't hear anything.
I sure didn't.
You bet. All right.
It's like fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
So good. Oh, I love it.
Is there any additional information?
Rugby.
Additional as in...
Rugby.
Additional. I guess not.
I've said that all that I think you should know.
It's all on this.
If you have
data slate,
anything
Radford.
specific,
You got any
Data
cans of
slate.
beans?
The data slate, of course.
Let's find out where we're staying. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah,
McCrory.
let's go to sleep. Let's go to our home.
Where's our home? A housing institute. The place of our habitation.
Just so you know, Cameron, you never actually told us the hab block in which you're staying.
The Hab block is actually pretty close.
The place of our rest.
It's just a 15-minute walk around the corner.
Gulag
Alright.
did the double bed.
15 minutes.
We're not even there yet.
What?
We don't know what's there.
It's not like we're gonna have trouble walking.
Hey,
You know?
Is it
McCrombie
possible for us to requisition any vehicles?
McCrombie assures that the location, the Hab block is within the Enforcer's safe space.
Safe space. You and all your
Well,
enforcing
I asked,
safe
is it
space.
possible for us to
Hey,
requisition any
grumbly.
vehicles, like cars or motorbikes or?
He says he'll see if he can, he can give you some access to the Enforcer's arsenal.
Thank you very much.
Nowhere is safe. Not when
Well,
there's
let's
criminals
go.
on the loose.
I'm walking
Demons
out,
in the air.
like as is going
And
on.
orcs in the sky.
Orcs can't fly.
No, they can.
No, they
They
can't.
just gotta
Have you ever
believe.
seen an orc? I haven't.
No, I don't even know what an orc is.
I thought demons were orcs, but they're not. They're
Well,
demons.
we know what orcs are because of our training.
Do we?
What's
Like we know the basic idea of what an orc is.
Cameron
After
said
4
because
months
of our
in the
inquisitorial
Inquisition.
training.
I
we can-
question
didn't
that
pay-
information.
I didn't pay attention.
How
during
can something
orc
be
class.
green?
What? Trees are green.
I know something is red because I've seen it with my eyes, but I don't know anything of green.
Is Redford colorblind?
Bradford retarded.
No. Let's move.
Let's
I'm tired.
walk to our walk.
We already
How
are
can
moving.
something be green?
I've never seen an orc before, and I slacked off during fucking class. I was too busy thinking about the mission, which we didn't have at the time.
He was just thinking about fucking.
Oh,
Potential
finally
missions of blasting criminal scum.
Gulag is like it was
Radford has his dream mission.
actually. It was funny when Conrad wasn't actually paying attention, but now Conrad is paying attention, but Radford isn't. But before Radford was paying attention, but Conrad wasn't. That was a lot more fun
The split.
because he pretended that he knew what he was talking about, but he had no fucking clue.
So
Yes.
should we walk to our
you
base?
make your way. You make. Hold on. Let me give you a change of scene.
Walk to the base.
You make your way through the streets. They're very crowded, full of lots of people. You have to go down a few levels of the hive to get to your hab, but you're still within their safe space.
Nothing safe.
And you eventually get inside your own hab block. Turns
So
out
hive
everything's
worlds are,
already
like,
paid
really-
for.
They?
Paid for, and you basically just walk in and you inquire about the apartment, and the hab owner just nods and hands you a key,
Habona.
or hands you hab
The
owner.
Habbo
He has-
Hotel.
Boner.
Welcome to Habbo Hotel.
Welcome to Habona.
The owner
Welcome
of the
to
hab block,
Habbo Hotel.
the landlord of the hab block, just hands you the key card to get in. And you're in.
Let's go.
We used to have a Habona hotel on the
We used
side
to have
street of
a-
my precinct back in the old hive world.
I'm already walking off as he's like continuing to talk about where he used to be, rambling to everyone he can find about the old place he was at.
Safe spaces. What a meme.
I remember when
Okay,
so
Gulag.
That's a joke to me. I find that hilarious.
Sleep.
Safe
Guys,
space.
sleep off the autism.
We'll get
You
our
still
beds
cannot escape it, even on this much,
Autism
probably much
can't be
more
slept.
the
serious hive
Arista
world.
sort of zombie-like walks there.
Yes.
Right. No, Arista
Sleep.
wouldn't have done anything special. Is there a grill's bathroom?
Is there a bar and
Arista
grill
could get
nearby?
mad.
No, you only got one small hab block, one small hab for 5.
Can
To
Gulag
stay
take a very
inconspicuous.
shit?
What
There's one bathroom.
game is this from?
I think that's also from the thing.
Deus Ex Machina.
No, just Deus Ex, because the aesthetic looks Deus Exy.
Ooh.
That sounds.
Yes.
I love it how they are sexy. They is sexy. That's like something you're talking about girls at a club. They is sexy.
Whoa.
Get it? It's
What?
funny.
Only you, Harry. Only
No,
you.
that's not. That's exactly what it sounds.
Whoa, so you're like staying close to your interests of gaming, but
They
also
is
talking
sex.
to the opposite gender.
Just talk about Deus Ex.
I remember Deus Ex Human Revolution. It was a fun game.
Yeah, except all of the
What about
game.
the new Deus Ex? See,
Wait, what did you
I'm
just say to me? A little bit.
It was a very fun.
what about the part where you can throw vending machines at people?
That's the best part of the game.
That was pretty fun. And just using stuff as a shield.
Yeah.
And the part where you
And
decided not.
Sword
twice.
murdering people, jumping off of things and punching the ground so everyone
And then you
explodes.
decided to take the chip, and then the final boss is really, really hard because he disables you with the computer chip that you got to stop the glitch or whatever.
Disable you with like
Yeah.
punch.
But if you decided not to take the chip, the boss was just normal, but then you'd have those really annoying words every now and again.
You're a chip.
Chippy.
Oh, chip on my shoulder.
Very chippy. What
Maybe
flavor of
sir.
chip?
Pizza chip.
Pizza flavored chip. Wow. How exquisite.
You know what's exquisite?
What?
Caviar.
Wow.
Look,
Fishy egg.
what's a fish don't lay egg? That's a lie.
You're an egg.
Eggs aren't lies.
You're an egg, you drunk boy.
I am a junk boy. I was born on Junk World.
How many junk
That's
boys per
right.
minute?
Why does Andrew just keep like post shit?
Junk boys per minute. What?
How many junk boys per minute?
How many woodchuck of woodchuck wood? That's the real question. The answer is 48 junk boys per minute.
You're wrong.
Is that
My
correct?
internet's slow. Oh, it's War Thunder. War Thunder wants to update again.
Maybe you should update War Thunder and
It
Just
updates on
stop
its own and
updating.
it makes me upset.
Oh, is Andrew gone again? Oh, yeah.
He's been muted for like that whole time we were walking. Because he wouldn't have done anything special.
Lennon
But
is
we
Talos.
Put our heads to kids and decide what we want to do for the next day.
We should.
Tomorrow.
we should go out to a
So this is our
pancake
bid.
parlor.
This is our bid side talking.
Yeah.
We're chatting late at
So
night.
who do you think is
Is
cute?
there a have mini fridge?
There is.
Alright,
Is
I
it
raid the
stocked
have mini
with-
fridge.
Is it
for beer.
stocked full with many desserts?
There's very overpressed protein bars.
Is there something I can
It's
put
all
in my
paid for, we're
secret
all good.
compartment in my arm?
You don't have the secret compartment.
Wait, there's very.
What
we have
happened
to
to my
pay
secret
for the
compartment?
protein bars.
You did have
in
one,
our
but you
habitat.
stored the
Yeah.
you stored the one-way communicator in.
Oh, yeah.
Do we even have
put
any
in your
money?
secret compartment?
I would like to put one of those bars in my secret compartment.
Chocolate
Protein bar in your
Wait, why do you have a
secret
s-
compartment.
Why do you have a secret compartment?
You
for
had it in the
protein
other one.
bars?
Remember, he had the secret compartment in his arm, which
Oh,
had the
yeah.
Because
the radio.
I need to stay extra
Why are you
fit.
putting a protein bar in there?
I get hungry.
Well,
He's a hungry
I
man.
drink an overpriced
He might be
beer.
a small lad, but he needs a bit of a chow
Wait, no,
every
no,
now
what
and
do you
again.
mean overpriced? So our fridge is
It's
stocked
out
with
of a
items that
mini
we
fridge.
have to buy. Oh, it's like a hotel.
It's a hotel. Yeah, we were in a hotel, basically.
We're in a mini bar.
So yeah, I get out of the fridge. I get that. It's all paid for by the Inquisition. We're fine. In fact, I don't even know if they'll charge us, considering we're the Inquisition. So, lads, what are we planning on?
Well, the one with the 2 bodies is clearly not Brain Basher person if the specifics about his crimes are to be believed.
You sure?
2 bodies. From
Oh,
what
usually it's one.
Oxford told us, he never leaves a body. Just a whole lot of blood and brain matter.
That is correct.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the other one was botched. If it was botched, there might be more. It might be more likely that there's evidence there.
I think we should split
That
up.
being said, no, we're not splitting up. That being said, I say we investigate that one first.
We should split up.
With the
And
one
that's
without,
both
or
at
the one
the
with the
same
2
time.
bodies. Why would you say that?
Well,
I'll
if it is
take-
a botched one, well, we can certainly find out who did it. He's in the one with
There'll be more evidence because they said there was never any fingerprints or anything.
And it also ties into which gang we want to investigate first.
And those guys with the trench coat, the laser, the 2 hands. I don't know. That's why I brought the suppressed rifle, you know.
Yeah.
You can take some out.
Well, we'll
There's
figure out
nothing
which
wrong
one
with
to go
killing
and
a few
investigate
gangs.
properly in the morning, I guess.
I won't be able to pin it on us. It's fine. I'll just blame it on someone
Just
else.
blame it on Gulag, they'll be fine.
In fact, killing a few guys with projectile weapons, and then blaming it on the guys who use projectile weapons, get them to fight each other. False flag attack, probably not a bad
but
idea.
that could also cause a lot of unnecessary death.
Amongst gangers, you know. Hey, look, we're here to investigate. A bit of gang warfare is not really our concern. Well, I suppose it could be. If we make it our concern. And if we do so, we better be very killy. We better kill everything. We ready to kill everything?
Hey, hold up my primer axe.
Nice.
Everyone sees it as an ominous-looking demonic axe.
Still don't
Um,
know why this.
Yeah,
Everyone I
it's strange,
asked
that isn't it?
3 months viewed it as a book.
We saw it as an axe. I don't know. I didn't really find anyone who believed you anyway.
Well, I managed to convince one guy to swing it against a table, but it just bent as though it was a book.
Well, I mean, when people see you throwing at things and then those things catch on
I
fire and
also
explode.
cleaved the table in half, but it didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. I figured you'd know more about that than me.
Look, kid, I just know the basics. I don't know.
I am just boy, who will become man.
That being said, I'll probably meditate on
I'm
this.
dead.
I don't know, got fuck all else to do tonight. It's just-
Dang.
What is Gulag up to?
What is Gulag up to?
I don't know.
What is he up to?
Is he raiding the
still
mini
in
fridge
the
with me?
I am ready.
There's no mini fridge left. He just took the fridge.
Hey,
What is Redford up to? Conrad? Hello?
where is he? Redford.
He is extra dead. Well, out of RP, I guess. What do you think of the premise?
It's pretty good. I still haven't.
Oh.
I'm still got an inkling of fucking Gene Stealer cult, but I mean,
I'm glad that Kroll appreciates the aesthetic of the gangs having 2 and everything.
I like
Everyone
it.
else is like,
I
what the
know
fuck?
I thought might as well not
was
because
just
might
a
as well not
gimmick.
pointing out.
I just thought it'd be a neat gimmick to give it some flavor.
What's that?
They'd all have a starting point.
Or maybe it's integral. Who knows?
Are we siebsing because Arissa is not coming back because he's a rude kid?
Or we're waiting for him to come back. We said, what is Radford doing?
Sorry, I was talking to someone. Talking about a bat.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, you asked what's Gulag doing.
Redford
What's Redford doing?
is.
Gulag's
Redford,
eating the
what do you have
brain
to say on
fridge.
the conversation?
What was the conversation?
We're conversing about, Hab Block about what we're going to do tomorrow.
Ah.
Because, I was saying we could turn some of the gangs against each other. That's just an idea. If it turns out one of the gangs is implicated in a false
I would
flag
like to-
attack.
I would like to talk to my Arbites brothers. See if we can get some leeway on this case that we have. Potentially not getting shot if we go undercover.
Oh, we're going to get shot.
Potentially, yes.
Undercover. I don't know if this group can do undercover. I don't think that's going to be possible.
We've done
I
it
can do
before.
undercover.
I think stealthy is a better idea, and even that's probably not a great idea. Just don't charge into things and get killed. Good luck. But like, if we just try and sneak our way through, we can do something about that. Go in and, I suppose it's never really that dark down here.
Let's
considering all the lights are out.
investigate first.
You never know how far we have to go down.
Yeah,
It could be
we'll check.
I know
out-
in my hive world, back in the lower sectors, it gets pretty dark and gloomy, that's for sure.
But that's your hive. This is.
It's about the same thing. 100%. I've seen it before. Trust me, Zane. Trust me.
You should be free.
I have a robot arm.
He then twists it around like in 360.
And a shock mall. I know what I'm talking about. The question is, will they have access to interesting gear like we do? For example, our photo visors. Shit!
Oh,
My
maybe.
mono servo task, Boris! I've got to get him up
How
and
about you try
running.
and get him up and running?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm about to
Right, get that
try.
up and running.
Good idea, Zane.
I'm gonna go.
During this
ideas,
conversation,
everyone.
I'm tinkering with my body armor.
I'm gonna
Good
start
idea.
See
scooping.
what I can do to meditate
Right,
with the axe. Try and figure it out.
I'm tinkering. Tinker.
No.
Tinkering with my armor.
I guess the
I'm having.
servos.
I'm
What?
playing with my 54 tramper.
The servo
Glad to have
skull
this thing back.
I'm doing
ignites.
something that isn't completely gay.
What's that?
You exist.
Man,
Gay enough.
what not gay thing are you doing? I'm service. and my
The servo
gun.
skull activates and starts floating.
Boris.
It repeats
What are you
Boris
doing?
really loudly.
Ha!
Drinking beers.
Your name is Boris.
Your name is Boris.
Orator! Ha
You
ha!
all go deaf from the resulting sound wave.
It is very loud,
Bradford, stop that.
and you can you can adjust the volume as well.
I click on the clicker to stop it yelling. Click.
That it's no longer inputting the voice. So you can choose to make it speak things or make it repeat what you're saying.
Speak things or repeat what I'm saying. Oh.
As in, you can choose to type in what you want it to say, or you can choose to like relay a message or speak
Ooh.
exactly when you're talking.
You should program some messages into that, Bradford.
I'd like to send. I press on the keypad, and then I activate the text to speech, and I say that.
It
Oh, yeah, you
floats.
could use
It floats there, just idle for a bit. Then it says, "Gulag is bad." Ah ah ah.
Ha 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 ha! This is great.
That's a good one.
Gulag
Ha, ha,
grabs
ha.
the skull.
No!
Do
Grapple
not.
attempt.
Gulag says, I will crush you.
I don't
If
think
you
that's gonna
say
be
that
happening,
again.
Gulag.
Do you want me to throw the skull at you?
You attempt to snatch the skull off of him.
No. He didn't grab the skull.
Yeah, he did.
It floated away.
Fuck.
I grabbed it before he grabbed it, and then I'm
Right,
patting
both
it.
of you roll agility.
Damn it.
See who
Who's
grabs it
faster?
first.
Opposed agility test.
Who gets more degrees of success or failure. Alright, have a roll.
Gulag, go.
Gulag roll.
I am.
I
Oh no.
See a
Stay,
number.
mate.
Oh, there it is.
Or who's
48.
got higher agility?
I've
got
got
this.
37.
33.
Well,
Yeah.
then Gulag win.
Gulag wins. Gulag
How's
grabs it.
Gulag?
Ah! Give me back Boris!
Quite
No.
rude, Gulag.
Don't
Didn't
teach
grab his stuff.
Boris bad thing.
Fine.
I mean, Boris doesn't know anything. It's just
It was just a joke. Leave
Boris.
Boris alone.
Say Radford is a stupid face.
Boris says nothing.
Why doesn't it say anything?
It's coded to Radford Gulag.
Because it's my servo skull. It's my
So I'm pretty
friend
sure you can't just
Boris.
say
Tell
things to
it to call you a stupid head, and I'll give it back to you.
Fine. Beep bop bop beep.
You are a stupid head.
Perfect. I give it back to Radford.
bullying.
Gulag, it's bullying.
That was a universal
This
saying.
sets out how this campaign's gonna go.
It could be anybody. Good job, Boris. You're a good
Not over
boy.
yet, Brad.
Nah, I kid.
Shh. Just shoot Brad and explode. Elite.
Chop,
Now,
Like,
if only if I can
chop
get this
7.5.
picto.
I use my anti-chop
Thing.
shield.
Well,
Have you guys
it cuts through anything.
have you guys also
Anti-cuts
gotten
are
the
an
theme
advantage.
of the three gangs yet?
What?
2.
That they all have
What camera?
2.
No, not. There's another theme that not like it's this theme for each gang
Little
individually.
grey trench coat boys with laser.
Grey trench coats, cat claws, and melee weapons.
Cat claws
The
are the
cat
melee
claws.
weapons.
Claws that
Twin stripes
could be-
wear like
Just the
they
Khajiit.
wear like black sweaters and track pants, and they have
Oh god,
two
there's
white stripes on.
Love boys with
So
guns.
twin stripes are
So
the
the
Slavs,
So
but
the Adidas boys.
that's boys. 2
the
hands.
furries.
Normal people, because they have 2 hands.
Wear trench,
We'll have a trench coat and precision las gun.
kind of like noir style.
Noir boys. And then there's the fur fangs.
They're perfect.
No, the twin stripes are the
They're the
Slavs,
Slavs.
which are the furfags.
No.
Twice cuts.
No.
Oh,
And aren't the Slavs the bullet storm boys?
Yes,
They
the
love
twin
their
stripes.
bullets.
The twin stripes are the Slavs. Yes,
And they love their bullets.
yes.
I like them. We should ally with
They're
them.
blunt weapons and jerry rigging servitors.
right.
And the twin stripes is precision weaponry and like high grade illegal
What,
weaponry.
the twin stripes.
Twice cut, twice. No, that's the 2 hands.
Oh, the 2
twin
hands.
stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the twin stripes. Yeah, like blunt weapons, bullets, and jerry rigging servitors.
And the twice cuts with the melee weapons.
Yeah, melee weapons. and
Shady melee, a knife in the shadow. How big is the shadow?
Yes.
Question mark. Yeah, gotcha.
It's alright. We have guns. We can shoot them.
PK fire.
I'll
PK stars.
I'll quick draw my transfer. Boom, boom. Send me all
Andrew is
point
active
blank.
on Discord again.
Are we
Been
sure
active
that
for a while, I think.
we
No, he
didn't
went
all
from
just?
I just watched him go from inactive to active.
Oh,
Are we sure that we all didn't collectively hallucinate?
are you sure he hasn't gotten rid of Destiny 2 from showing up on
Yeah,
Discord and is sneakily playing
It's a weird
Destiny?
bug, isn't it? Yeah, it's a weird bug.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't show it anymore. I told you guys. No, obviously not. Obviously not.
Destiny 2's
It
not even
all
that good.
lies. My
You know
boys are
what's-
going to be here in a week.
Every day.
I'll have my first soldiers. My soldier boys.
Wait, you have them?
And
I'll
maybe
have
we
them.
should probably. It's a shame that we had to be so stop-starty with this session, but I think the message got across. The premise is
Yeah,
all set.
we've got.
ready
We
to
know
go.
what we're gonna do.
Yes, there's 2 normal people in the entire party, and everyone else stands out like a pimple on a pumpkin.
Well, until Zane decides to do something.
Maybe sometimes you have to sound like a pimple on a pumpkin.
You stand
Yeah.
out like a particularly large pimple.
And a pumpkin.
In a particularly large pump.
In a pumpkin. It's not just any pimple in a pumpkin, it's a pimple in a pumpkin. Or
Are
pumpkin
you a
in
That is the
pumpkin
pimple
or a
is the
pimple?
pumpkin.
That's the real question.
I'm a pumpkin punkle, you know what I mean?
I just love that
By
they
the
had,
way-
like, you
by
guys
the way,
walking
Crow.
around with no concerns. Yep.
By the way,
Yeah.
Crow, 25
What?
minutes into Argentina, Iceland,
I know.
1-1.
I know.
Bombastic performance. Argentina, why?
Argentina bad.
Fantastic.
Very bad. But Iceland are
Can't
good.
defend.
We know
Like I watched the replays of the goals.
we know
That's
Iceland are
horrific
capable of
defending.
pulling off upsets.
Dude, Argentina are garbage.
Yeah, that's true. They're not going to win the World Cup.
No.
When do we want to have our next session? We can have it earlier.
Hey,
I've got a
so,
lot of material that I haven't done.
Tuesday.
Can we do Tuesday or didn't? Oh, I thought you had an exam. Was that last Tuesday?
it's
He
Monday.
said it was Monday.
Okay, yeah.
Monday
I'm
what
morning.
I'm watching a movie on Tuesday.
do you mean? No, you're not.
Like what time?
That's a lie.
What?
At what time?
I don't know. But I'm out.
Tuesday
What do you
night.
mean? If you don't know what time, then how would you know you're out?
Are you out Tuesday or Tuesday night? Because we start at 7:30.
I don't know.
Come back to us on that. Otherwise, it's on Tuesday.
Give us the
right?
knowledge.
Aim for a day screening.
Yeah, good idea.
I'm available basically any day.
This has been
But Friday. Well, a Friday, but late.
What did you say?
I posted in video games. This has been rad for most of the session.
Damn it.
That's what the quartermaster did when
Delete memory.
he saw the
Delete forget
PDF the PDF frag grenade.
the EDF deploy.
Can I get one of you to retrofit the pictograph inside the
Yeah,
servo skull?
Well, if you want me to try right
Arista.
now.
Rissa is Severin, yeah. Give me a
Because
tech use.
Arista is brain dead. Tech use, alright? I have +10 because I have my tool.
Because if I forget something, I can just re-look through the servo skull, and then I'd be like, ah!
So I'm basically trying to
Or just get
tape
Kevin
it
to
to the
tell
side like a GoPro.
Yep.
I'm giving it a GoPro. But this is against my intelligence. I have
I'm gonna guess this thing is like mass amount of
I have
storage
plus
because of
20,
the future.
so that's below 57. Okay, well, there's more than 50% chance of me succeeding. That's okay.
I think you can
I
take as
did
many
it.
pictures as you need. Yeah, while
I
Arista is sleeping, you managed to fit the pictograph into
Boris!
into
Boris.
into Boris, or the servo skull. However, you haven't been able to manage to get it to work with Radford's movement controls. So,
Yeah,
in order for
it's
Radford
its own
to take a photo, he has to actually press the button on the servo skull.
Oh, is it not like a recorder?
Oh yeah, you can record it, or you can set it to time photographs, but you have to actually press the button.
Can I
You
just
can't
let it record
compose.
forever?
Like it's just a camera. The camera is now attached to the side of Boris.
Yes, though you can't pause and play or start and stop it without actually grabbing the servo skull and touching it.
I'll do it.
Pressing it.
That's fine. Boris won't mind.
Can I steal Arissa's flamer?
No.
We will stop you.
The fourth female hook division will attack from here, while the Katana MG42 Akimbo unit covers this
A
flank.
stun grenade swiftly. You go to grab the las pistol, but then you find it's been replaced by one of Radford's stun grenades. It
Yeah.
explodes in your face.
There's only stun grenade.